afternoon, everybody, and happy Friday. Thank you so much for your patience. We had a few technical difficulties, but we are here, we are live, and we are almost to the weekend, which means it is time for the Weekend Review. This is one of my favorite segments because we get to do a very quick dive into what's been going on here at Mallett from Monday till now. And there's been a lot, and we've had a lot of fun information. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Plus, we're starting a new little segment called the My Mallett Spotlight. Really excited to show you guys that. Stay tuned to the end, and we will make sure to highlight these amazing people. Mr. Tommy and Mr. Tim, thank you very much for being here. Thank God it's Friday. I'm super happy as well. So moving right along, let's get started with the usual $500 off your Mallett building if you are a healthcare worker, first responder, military personnel, or teacher and or educator. This is our way of saying thank you. If you fall in one of those categories, please let your building specialist know, and that'll be $500 off your next building. Tiger Cash, this cool little tiger right here, is going to give you $1,000 personally from his paw to your hand if you comment cash on a video like this. So that's going to get you $1,000 off an elite or signature building, not counting specials or promotional prices. We're going to be exempting those for obvious reasons, but $1,000 off is still $1,000 off if you comment cash. It's Framing Friday. I'm not doing much framing except for framing this conversation to be amazing, Mr. Tim, so there's that. But if you fall into these categories and you comment Tiger Cash, that is $1,500 off your next Mallett building. So moving right along, where's Mallett? We had 97 jobs going on this week and more adding every day. So this nice color-coded map right here shows everything from gutters to materials on the ground, plumbing and construction. The list goes on and on. You see this, you know this. We're all over the place. Louisiana, everywhere from St. Amant to Elizabeth, Greensburg, Franklinton, Church Point, Denham Springs, Prairieville, Boyce. You get the picture. There's a lot going on here in Louisiana, and also a lot going on in Texas, from Port Arthur to San Leon to Waller, Columbus, Santa Fe, Winnie, Oakwood, Orange. All over the place, covering the east side, making sure Mallett buildings go up everywhere, and we love that. So November specials and promotions. These have been incredibly popular this month for obvious reasons you're about to hear. We have first and foremost a 30 by 30 by 12 with a 30 by 20 gable extension for $33,999. You can't beat that. And you can't beat this building for that price either. 26 gauge metal is standard here at Mallett, no matter what level of building you get from us. If it's a Mallett building, it's going to come with 26 gauge standard metal and 5-on-12 roof pitch and 2x12 headers and 2x8 scissor trusses. That is all standard on a Mallett building, and so is the Mallett cable lock system. But our trusses are also going to be third-party inspected. We showed that video earlier this week. Be sure to check that out. It is all over our social medias, so tune into that. We're also going to have concrete under every post, and we're going to have a 4-inch 4,000 PSI concrete slab for this special on all classic buildings. 4,000 PSI, that's about 33% stronger than most of what other people build, which is around the 3,000 PSI mark. Skirt board guards for the ground protection, 4-year workmanship warranty, #1 MCA ground treated kiln dried lumber. We talk about it all the time. We love it. You know it. It's the standard here at Mallett with every building. We're also going to have our in-house engineering team, so designs and trusses are also going to be verified internally to meet those standards to give you the best building, which is what we do here at Mallett, the best building in the country. So moving right along, same specs or same benefits, different specs. We're going to have a 30 by 50 by 12 with a 30 by 24 gable extension for $44,999. Take a little step away, let you see this beautiful building. Again, same things that make it a Mallett building, just a bigger size. Now, speaking of bigger size, we have a 40 by 60 by 12 with a 40 by 30 gable extension. Plenty of room for you, the family, the friends, everyone to hang out and have a good time under. I know coming up next year, it's going to be cold. Hopefully, maybe, hopefully not actually. I'm not a fan of the cold. I enjoy this warmer weather. But that's just me, I guess, but you have plenty of room for the family gatherings and whatever you may be doing, such as crawfish boils, football season. If you're a basketball fan, that's coming up here soon, I guess. But All this can be done with a Mallett building, and you have 3 options here starting at $33,999, going to $69,999, which is a 40 by 60 by 12. How cool is that? So in the opposite direction, we are going to the budget-friendly options. As always, these are not going to be Mallett buildings, but they're going to be built by Mallett. So what does that mean? This is pretty much, I'm going to call it a better version of what our competitors try and build. We're not going to have all the standard features that make it a Mallett building because we're trying to keep that cost low. Because when you're on a budget, we understand, but you still deserve to have a building built by the best builder in the country who's been around for over 27 years, making sure things are done to our quality. But this is our rival series. It's what the competitors try and build. It is going to be as close to what you're going to get there, but still better because we're building it. 30 by 30 by 12 for $18,999, the price of a car. I'm not going to say a used car because those are expensive these days, but this is the price of a small car. And for 30 by 50 by 12, you can have it for $27,999. Again, not a Mallett building. This is the rival series. We're doing things a little different now with this. It's going to be what the competitors try to build. So we're going to build it for you, but just know it's not a Mallett building. It's not going to come with the cable lock system. It's not going to come with the standard metal. It's not going to come with the scissor trusses. It's not going to come with all those things that make a Mallett building that much better than the competition's building. Rival series. This is a budget-friendly option. Again, it's not going to have the Mallett standard features, but talk to your building specialist about maybe adding those in if you're trying to stick to a budget, but maybe you want to add a few things that make a Mallett building a Mallett building. Just keep that in mind. And for $39,999, you get a 40 by 60 by 12 rival series building. How great is that? You can still get the 40 by 60, but for $39,999. So keep that in mind going forward, but also keep in mind what makes these buildings not a Mallett building when you're comparing them to a Mallett building, and discuss with your building specialist options that may be fitting you into a Mallett building because it could be easier than you think it is. So check it out. Mallett Buildings Ambassador Club. We're super excited about this. We've been trying to finalize this. If you are currently an ambassador, you should be receiving a message soon about the year-end Ambassador Club Christmas party. I'm going to be there. The team's going to be there. We're going to have a super fun time. I'm not going to share what's going on because you got to come and find out, but the food is going to be amazing and the energy and fun is also going to be top tier because that's what we do here at Mallett. We have a great time. We not only build the best building, we throw the best parties too. So come check it out, have fun. And if you want to be an ambassador, let us know. Comment ambassador on a live video or the replay. Well, we check the comments all the time, but comment ambassador and we'll send you as much information as we have. We're finishing up the details here soon. Hopefully by the end of the month, we'll have everything fully scoped out and we are going. Mr. Tim is going to be there. Is that you and Miss Charlene? Very excited to meet you both. So the 5 red flags. As always, this is not to throw shade at people. It is just to simply inform the public of what to look forward to or what to look for when you're deciding who you want to be your builder for your next building. The answer is Mallett. Years in business. Check how long the business has been around on the Secretary of State website. Talk about this all the time. You guys know why this is important. If you're new here, years in business is important because you want a business who has already had time to make mistakes, learn, and grow. Here at Mallett, we've been around for over 27 years. We have a lot of knowledge. We're the longest in the industry out here. So we have the wisdom and the education and the experience to make sure your building is done right every time. Licensure. Make sure the company you're doing business with is an actual licensed business. You don't want some fly-by-night person who's just going to grab your money and run. You want to make sure you get a building that matches what you're paying. So get what you pay for, but make sure you get something. Some of these people will just want to run off with your money. So we want to make sure you prevent that from happening. Make sure they're licensed. Make sure they're a valid contractor and can actually do work because the parish may actually, take your building down if they find out you're not properly licensed and not doing things by the code. Speaking of people running off with your money, make sure there's no contractor violations, you guys. We want to make sure, let's see. Guys, we just got our Oh, Mr. White Boot Warriors, first off, thank you for tuning in. It's super exciting here. You just got your permit going through the fire marshal now. Hopefully that's a easy process, and hopefully we'll start soon in the building. Can't wait to see it. Whenever it does start, tag us in some photos. We love spotlighting the builds. We love making sure people are showing off what's going on behind the scenes. It's always super fun to see it. So thank you for tuning in. This is your first time. I don't recognize the name from the stream, but I recognize your name from the internet. So nice to finally see you on the stream. Hopefully your building starts soon. Can't wait to see it. But contractor violations, check those at the LSLBC. Reviews in the BBB and Google. Don't just take our word for it. It's one thing for me to stand up here and say we build a great building, but we have over 600, now 650 people who have also come in and said about the quality of our work. Definitely recommend you check that out. We let our customers do the talking for us when it comes to standing behind our quality. We're not afraid to say it, but it's always better when someone else has their words to say. And trust me, I've been grinning ear to ear reading these reviews. You guys are just too kind, and we love earning more of those, and we love earning your business. Let us know how we can do that here at Mallett. We'd be happy to get you in a building. So visit the contractor's facility. See where your building is prepped before we bring the materials to your site. Not everyone can say that, because here at Mallett we have a phenomenal facility. We not only have a state-of-the-art truss plant, we actually have a roll plant being built as well. So we have multiple things happening here. We have expansion always here at Mallett because everything is always changing. We want to be ahead of the times. So come in, check out the plant. If you can't make it out here, check out the video of the truss plant tour we have on our social media. It is amazing. Had some cool AI glasses that we were wearing to film those. So nice little high-tech additions here at Mallett. Just some extra fun for you, but very informational video. I learned a lot, and I've actually been on the tour in person, so the more you know, the better. Why Mallett? We've been over this a little bit, so we're not going to waste too much time, but the simple thing, the rival series, is what our competitors try and build, and this is what they're going to call the best of their best most times. They're going to give you 29 gauge metal, 4-on-12 pitch, 2x6 trusses, common flat trusses, not scissors, so you lose that headroom. Built to about 130, 135 mile an hour wind rating, no uplift control, number 2 generic lumber, limited warranty, 3,000 PSI concrete, the list goes on and on. But look how that stands up to a classic Mallett building. This is our entry level Mallett building, you guys. And already we're beating what's in the rival series and what the competitors try and do. Not saying that to throw shade whatsoever, it's just an honest comparison of the two. 26 gauge metal starts out with our classic 5-on-12 roof pitch scissor trusses that are 2x8 without the little 2x4 inner webbing. It's a true 2x8 scissor truss. Third party inspected, we talked about 170 mile an hour roof wind rating. I just wanted to get to that because that's huge, because if the roof goes, everything underneath is ruined. Unfortunately, a lot of us here in Louisiana know that firsthand. Want to make sure that doesn't happen moving forward. 170 mile is a pretty solid number. Mallett cable lock system, we talked about that in depth yesterday, and we'll go a little bit over it today as well, but that's what keeps that uplift from happening and taking your building away in the storm. Love that. But these are the differences. And of course, between the classic and our own elite, it just gets even better. Check out the previews of the video previously this week and check that out for more information on that. So now for the content for the week in review. Monday, Mr. Darrell came in and talked about the importance of concrete in every hole. Very informative. I've been very much enjoying Mr. Darrell's talks here recently. He's been going super deep dive into things. He does a much better job than I'm going to do in this overview, so please check that out. But why we use concrete in every hole here at Mallett. Here at Mallett, we drill a 3-foot deep, 16 to 18 inch diameter hole and set every post on a concrete elephant foot or post pad for more common terms. This concrete base distributes the load across a large surface area, preventing settling and ensuring the building will not sink, even in softer soils. Because what good's a building if it sinks into the ground? We don't want a sinking building. We want a solid, firm foundation, good building, all of that amazing things. Concrete transfers the load to the soil without crushing, giving each column far more support than a bare 6x6 post ever could. So not only are we using top tier quality lumber, we're using top tier quality building, I lost my train of thought, building procedures here to make sure all of these things work well together and do more than they were originally able to do on their own. That makes sense. It's Friday, cut me some slack. Engineering that protects your building. Soils typically support 1,500 to 3,000 pounds per square foot, and our concrete footings can hold 2,500 to 5,100 pounds depending on their depth and diameter. Massive number difference there just to start off with. Without concrete, the tiny footprint of a 6x6 post can't carry the load safely. It simply won't work, according to engineering standards. This is why every Mallett building includes concrete in every hole. It's a stronger foundation, better load distribution, and a long-lasting building that you can trust. And that won't sink or fly away. It's just, you see where we're going here? So that was Monday with Mr. Darrell. Tuesday, we took that tour of the truss plant I told you about, and it was amazing. A few things we covered in that is every Mallett building starts in our truss plant, as we discussed, where precision and craftsmanship come together. Each truss is engineered, cut, and assembled in-house in our truss plant for maximum strength and consistency. Every truss is inspected before it leaves our plant, ensuring durability and accuracy on sites. And I want to add, it also guarantees consistency in the builds. We don't just want to have great Mallett quality on one build, we want to have it on every build. So not only are we third-party inspected throughout the whole process due to the, as he talked about in the video, there's a third-party company that inspects through our laser cutting program. There's the third-party inspector that comes in and verifies the wood, the trusses, the shop. We also verify internally to make sure things are quality controlled through and through every time. That's all part of the Mallett method. Built strong, built local, and built to last, something you can count on. So then the next day, Wednesday, we talked about before you build, and we talked about permitting. I know that's usually Mr. Trent on Tuesdays, but I took a crack at it and I like to think it went pretty well. And this is a little overview of what that looked like. So before you build, what property owners need to know. You are responsible for obtaining your building permit through your city, parish, or county. Mr. Whiteboot up there said he also got his DOT permit and they're waiting on the fire marshal now. So, as he said, hopefully we can start soon after that. That is part of the process. Once that permit is done and posted, get rolling. So, once your design approval is signed, you have 90 days to secure and post your permit, as we just talked about. Provide Mallett, us, with your legal property description and notify us when your permit is issued. This makes the process go much quicker when you call and keep us updated. We'll also be in touch with you, but communication goes both ways, means for a smoother process. Always check for HOA or code restrictions before construction begins. You want to make sure you're building a proper building to proper standard. That just makes the process easy and saves you money. So keeping your building on track, schedule all required inspections promptly. Our crews rely on them to move forward, as we were mentioning recently. Final payments must stay current. They can't be delayed waiting on inspection results. Mallett Buildings will provide all the plans, assist with permit questions, and confirm site readiness. Once your permit is posted, your project moves into the construction schedule, and then you begin, of course, moving into construction. Sorry, Mr. Tim does not like HOAs. We disagree on that. HOAs can be a cool thing, but you're right, bah humbug. Moving along, yesterday we went over the Mallett method and broke down the materials that don't break down, by the way, so don't get those mixed up. We talked about gutter brushes, why the cable lock system was so important. We talked about post protectors and broke down the stamps on the wood. So in that we covered the quality of the lumber, understanding the SPIB certified #1 kiln dried heat treated lumber, that is all we use here, and by proper grading, how proper grading ensures long-term strength and stability. Post protection, how post protectors eliminate direct ground contact, stopping decay, and extending the life of your structure for about 450 years. That's your kids, grandkids, their kids, probably their kids. Not really sure how this generational timeline works, but that's a lot of people. That's a lot of years right there, 450. Gutter protection, the value of the gutter brush guards in keeping water flowing, preventing rot, and protecting your building's foundation. Key, very important. Takeaways, every detail matters from the ground up and start to finish. Mallett Buildings uses certified proven materials designed to last for generations, as we were just talking about 450 years. That's a lot of kids. So the Mallett standard means what? It means your building is built with certified structural materials that meet or exceed national standards. It is protected from the elements through smart design and long-term safeguards, backed by over 26, now 27, years of craftsmanship and a 10-year workmanship warranty. Our promise to you, the customer. We don't just build buildings, we build confidence, quality, and trust into every project because we stand by our builds and we stand by our name. We're only gonna put our name on things we're proud of, and we want that to be every single building. Sound good? Sound good. So, the My Mallett Spotlight. We just want to take some time. Anyone who has shared your process of your build on our social media, I just want to first off say thank you. The photos are amazing. It's so cool to see additional photos and videos from you, the customer, in everyday life and the environment there. We as the marketing team can only be out there so much, but through our company cam, we have photos coming in every day, but there's nothing like a good old home taken photo by someone who really, it's their building. No one cares more than you. So thank you very much for doing that. We want to spotlight you here real fast and look at your buildings. So here's the photos by Mr. Lance C. He had sent in this nice photo. Look at that machine that's carrying that massive scissor truss, and they're going to be installing that here shortly. Then you can see they've already got some here. That truss is going around the back. I assume it's going to go where this gentleman is standing. Hopefully he got out the way in time. But this is that building going up here. It's looking amazing, looking sturdy. Very fun to see these. And I thought it was cool that, look how big that truss is. I know we're going backwards, but obviously you need this machine to carry it, but all this inner webbing, 2x8. This truss, 2x8 scissor. All that extra headroom. It's very fascinating to see. So here's some photos by Mr. Russell. So they are to the point where they're adding the concrete, which means they're pretty much done. They've formed, they've done everything they need, and they have the concrete. This machine's gonna be smoothing it, making sure everything is done properly. I think I see some plumbing in there, so they had to have done some plumbing, but again, these trusses, look at all that extra headroom. It's beautiful. I can see a roll-up door chain right here, some extra windows, lots of natural light. Looks like a beautiful interior on your shop. So Mr. Roy submitted some photos as well. Crew working hard out there, getting the beginnings of the framing done over here. And I found it cool. He stood in almost the same exact spot to take this photo and this photo. So very good comparison, but look at the beginning, start to finish. This is the framework, and that's a completed building. So look how good that looks. That's amazing. Thank you very much, Mr. Roy. So Miss Ashley, she also submitted this beautiful photo of their building. The different roof pitches, the different sizes. This is a very custom building, a very nice building, very pretty color. But I see two walk-through doors, one roll-up door, 3 windows just on this side, and I would imagine there's more elsewhere, but very pretty building, very nice. Can't wait to see what you end up doing with it. Well, that's going to be our show for today, you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, happy weekend, and be safe. We will see you Monday.